In today's video, I cover the top things I believe you need as backup when you live in the Philippines. When things go wrong in the Philippines, or things can go wrong in the Philippines. Hey everyone, this is Ghost Doing My Life. I am back with another video. If you see me wearing the same thing, it's because I made two videos in one day because it's very busy at the office right now. And I'm trying to do everything I can, trying to grind and things like that. I got a lot of things on the back end happening, but it is what it is. I made a promise. I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible to go out there and consistently be consistent. That's like the third time I'm saying consistent. Producing videos for you guys and hopefully giving you some type of value. Welcome to Expat Wednesdays. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing, where we cover various topics on transitioning to the Philippines. Hopefully this will help in other countries, but because I lived in the Philippines for some time, on and off, I'm trying my best to help expats and Filipinos alike moving and living in the Philippines. This is my way of giving back because sometimes it is overwhelming and it's very hard. So if you want to see more videos like this, comment down below, and I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. So let me get right into as far as what I believe what you need when things go wrong in the Philippines. So I'm gonna make this pretty brief and straight to the point. I'm gonna cut the fluff and not give you so much. I'm gonna cut the fluff. These are the top things I feel that you need when you're dealing with situations or backup plans, strategies when you're in the Philippines. This is not important order, so don't take it as that. And I'm just gonna go through them and comment down below what you think you need or what you should do aside from what I covered today when you're living in countries like the Philippines or, you know, just abroad. You always need a plan B, plan C, plan Z. Understanding what is going to happen if something happens to yourself, right? When you have to leave, right? How far are you? Things you should consider when you're living abroad. How far are you from the airport? How far are you to a bus? How far are you to getting to the next town? Do you have to travel 6 hours to get to the main town where the airport is? Understanding logistically where you are at when shit hits the fan. So are you okay with living in the mountains? Are you okay with living a bit far away? Do you need to be close to a hospital? Do you need to be close to the clinic if there's a clinic close by? But more importantly, the hospital. How far are you from the highest quality technology that you can avail of? Are you willing to live far away or close by to avail of those things if you are somewhat sickly or you need to see a specialist? I'll give you a short story. I had a friend who he's since passed away, author of Alabaster Moon, Mr. Gareth Dodd. You know, I wasn't there when he did pass, but his fiance called me. One time he was like, "Oh, my foot is killing me, my this and that." So I was like, "Let's go to Cebu." We had to take a plane to Cebu, then take the bus to the hospital there, and he was in pain. I felt really bad for him. Just that travel right there. So if you're older or younger or whatever, if you do get sick, what are you going to do? What is the escape plan? What is the strategy there? Please have that in mind when you arrive to these places, whether visiting or even living there, especially living there. And that goes to my next point, funds. They're very, very important, funds. I've heard many estimates over there. Friend to the channel, Ken Starr, is comfortable with about 5K in the bank. What is your comfortable level? Comment down below how much you believe is enough funds to keep in the Philippines to take care of certain things when things can hit the fan. What is the monetary value for you? 5,000 is a very good mark. That's about 250,000 pesos, which is about, you know, that's a plane ride, or, you know, that can cover a lot of things if I need to get out of the country. So what is your number? What is the number that you need to feel comfortable about? If shit hits the fan, I need to go. Let me get this money out of the bank and move. Having that number should be a priority in your list when considering moving to countries like the Philippines. Next is never, ever, 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 ever shut down your home bank accounts. Just because you're moving to another country doesn't mean you gotta shut down your Chase account, Bank of America account, wherever you guys are, Wells Fargo. Don't do it. Number one, you still have access to your debit card, right? You still have access to your debit card which you can use in emergencies when you're in the Philippines. Number two, if you have good enough rapport, good enough credit, you can ask for a loan from there to, if you ever do get pinched in the Philippines. So that's a very easy one. Do not ever shut down your home accounts. You just never know. When I'm in the Philippines, YouTube payments have gone to an American account. So when you need to withdraw, it's right there. Then obviously they're going to charge you and stuff like that, but it's accessible. That's the main thing there. It's accessible. Don't be one of these Oregon Trail, I'm heading out west or east, and I'm like, oh, let me start a new life. That's a little bit not good. Because you know why I know? I've done that. Did not turn out good. I've done it. I suggest you don't do it. Just be prepared. Even if you got to keep a grip of money out there, $2,000 in your account. You just never know, right? So you just never know. Please keep your home bank account. The next one this is one of the most important things I believe, is building a rapport, building trust with local people in the community. Of course, you have to vet them. I want everyone to be friends with people in the community. Getting to know them and trusting them, that's very important because everybody needs help from time to time. Everybody does. And the older you are, you're going to need more of it sometimes. And even if you're a young guy, you're going to need more of it sometimes. I would suggest even making friends with people on Facebook or social media just to get to know how they are. Even when you reach that area, you'll be like, oh, what? Hey, John, what's up, man? Obviously, you don't got to let the person into your hotel room or let them get into too personal space until you really know them. But hey, meet them at the bar, social gathering, things like that. Just getting to know people around you, building that rapport. The majority of people, I believe, are very good. The majority of people. And there's, especially Filipinos, hospitality is key in the Filipino culture, right? Outside of, hitting them off for money or helping them out, hospitality is a very important part of Filipino culture. You can see it when you go to the house. Did you eat already? Without even asking you, there's a plate of food there on the table for you already. It's just there. That mentality transitions over to relationships as well. Obviously, you can't take advantage, and obviously I don't want you to be taken advantage of. Build that community within, your little circle and things like that. Just to know that, oh, hey, can you pick up my dog at the groomer real quick? Are you going by that way? Just like you would in your own country, make some friends and stuff like that. And that leads me into the next one, which is having people that you really trust to be your legal aid, to stand in, to be a proxy. Having people with SPAs. If you don't know what that means, it's special power of attorney. That's another degree of trust. A lot of people do it for their girlfriends or wives and things like that, but I would have certain contingencies for me personally. Comment down below if you really want to know what my contingencies are when you're dealing with certain SPAs and stuff like that, for accountability and stuff like that. Having someone there that you really trust to take care of your things if and when you got to leave the country, even when you're in the hospital or you're in trouble or you're unreachable. That's something very important because you just never know. Eventually, some of you guys who live there will acquire assets just like you do in your home country. You might buy a riding mower. People ask, what are you going to do with that riding mower when you leave? Or whatever. You might buy a motorcycle. What are you going to do? Who's going to take care of it when you're not there? What's going to happen? A lot of things can happen. More importantly, housing. What's going to happen to the assets if this happens or that happens? Point is, next Expat Wednesday, I might be talking to the lawyer. Comment down below what questions you have for the lawyer. I've been accumulating them right now so I can compile a list to ask the lawyer and to help you and guide you through your transition in the Philippines. You like that segue? Comment down below. Next one is passports. Very, very important. You don't want to lose that. This is common knowledge. I actually keep my passport in the safe, in a plastic bag, just in case something happens. Certain times if I travel, true story, I almost got my car impounded. But because I showed my passport, like, listen, I've only been in this country less than 90 days. I'm allowed to drive here. I don't need a license. That time it came in handy before my car got impounded. Thank God. I got into an argument with the LTO officer, traffic officer. I had a bad day that day, right? Like most of us do. I said, I'm not giving you any money right now. This is not how it's gonna roll. I was like, you want my passport? He's like, okay. I was like 10 minutes away from the house. I got on a pedicab, told him, drop me off at my house real quick. I'm gonna get my passport. And I went over there and showed him, like, look, listen, I have been here less than 90 days. And then, because I just felt like they were trying to schmooze me. It's not gonna happen, especially with this mouth. It's not gonna happen. Or this personality, it's not gonna happen. Going forward, keep your passport around when you really need it and things like that. Keep that thing safe. Don't entrust it with nobody most of the time. Keep it in a safe or something like that, where you can, you know, your trusted people can get to it if they really need to. So that's very, very important. And last but not least, this is more for people who are living there permanently. What are you going to do when you got to leave the country? Crap hits the fan. How fast can you sell this house? Or how fast can you relinquish everything and not have that time frame where you're waiting? Or if you do go back to where you come from, you got to wait until that thing gets sold, that asset gets sold. So considering certain things when you are considering living in the Philippines, understand the value of your home. How fast can I liquidate this if need be? And or how fast can I rent this if I need to leave the country? As well as who can I entrust to maintain this home and collect the rent if I have to leave the country? Having those contingencies lined up, as well as just thinking forward, will help you a lot. I believe I've done that. I've done many, as well as many of my friends, and I know people as well as myself who haven't done these things, got caught up in a few things. I learned my lesson. So hopefully that gave you some type of value. Once again, this is Gilson Vergara with Duma Life. I pray everybody's healthy and well out there. Allegedly there's another second wave here coming in America. I hope everybody stays safe. Take care. Comment down below with any other topics you want me to tackle. I will try my best to answer and build videos around them. This community, this small growing community, is based on the foundation of expats, and on Mondays Filipinos. I tackle business stuff like that, and on Fridays I do product reviews. So that's just more my thing. I love tech. I love reviewing things, you know, just for fun. And on the other end, that's more affiliate money. So that's how I make some bread on the side. Thank you for your time. As always, take care and God bless. Bye.